Hey guys, welcome back. Like in the previous video, we talked about the project, like what we are going to build in this series and what feature and what technologies we are going to use to build the project. अगर आप लोगों ने previous video नहीं देखा है, so I request to you that first go back and watch the previous video. That give a whole idea about the project and आपको basic understanding हो जाएगी like what we are going to build in this series. So first of all, we are going to code the backend. Like after the preparation of the backend, we first test it from the Postman. Like I will show you how you can test your API from the Postman. And then after the preparation of the backend, we will move toward the front end. Like I'm going to use the React in the front end part. Okay. And so I will show you how you can connect your front end and backend and deploy it. So I'm going to use the IntelliJ IDEA community version for the backend and VS Code for the front end. So first of all, I will tell you if you have no IntelliJ IDEA, then you can head over to the IntelliJ IDEA and download the community version. So if you type IntelliJ IDEA community version here, you can download the community version and you can accept all. So when you click on the download button, you are able to download the community version and you can easily install it. And if you want to install the VS Code, then you have to head over to the VS Code website. And when you click the VS Code download, and it will easily download it and you are able to install it. It will easily download the VS Code in your system and you can install it. So for the project creation, I'm head over to the Spring Initializer. Okay. So this is a website that help us to create the project for your backend. This is the website that helps you to create the project for the backend, and I'm going to use for the creation of the project and for the dependencies. अगर आप लोग IntelliJ IDEA Pro version use कर रहे हैं, then you can definitely create a project from the IntelliJ IDEA. And if you are using the IntelliJ IDEA community version, then you can create the project from Spring Initializer. So I will first create the project because I am going to use the IntelliJ IDEA community version. Okay. So I will select here the Java and here the Maybe, and I will select the default one, like don't select a snapshot because it creates error. Okay. So select a stable version and I will change the group name, like I am here the put name news app. Okay. And not a demo artifact name, I will change it and put it news app. Okay. And name is news app. Okay. And description, this is our news app. So then the description first, this is out. News app sit. Okay. And package name I will pom.news app. So packaging jar and Java version 21. You can select 21, but I will set to the 21. So I will show you what dependencies we are going to use. Like first of all, we are going to add the web dependency and dev tools, and I will tell you why we are going to use the dev tools and other dependencies and the project structures. And then we will use the Lombok, and later we are going to add the Lombok annotation because it will create an error. So I'm not going to add the dependency of Lombok now. I will tell you I'm going to use the Lombok dependency later because I'm going to add the Lombok dependency later, because if I add it, then it will create an error. So I will add the Lombok dependencies later. So I will add the Lombok dependency later to use the Lombok annotation. So I will first add the JPA that help us to. So I will add the dependency. So I am going to use the JPA and I will tell you why we are going to use the JPA. And if you have a basic understanding about the Spring Boot, then you know. So I am going to use the PostgreSQL. So I will add the PostgreSQL driver because I am going to use the PostgreSQL database. If you want to use the MySQL, then you can add the dependency of a MySQL. But for this project, I'm going to use the PostgreSQL. So I will first add the PostgreSQL, and then I think web dev tool JPA driver. And for the Spring Security, later I will add when we are try to cover. So for the Spring Security dependency, I will later use the Spring Security dependency when we are go for the configuration of the Spring Security. Okay. And I think we add everything JPA database, and I think everything's are for the JWT, and for the Spring Security later we will add, and the for web sockets. Let me show you web socket. So for the messaging part, we are going to use the web socket, and for and I think so. I think most of the dependency we added, and for the other dependency like Cloudinary and other dependency we need it. So for the other dependency we need it when we start the project. Then we will take from the Maven dependency. Like when we head over to the Maven dependency, then we will take the other dependency from here. Like we need it Cloudinary. HTTP 44. So we need a Cloudinary dependency, so we will take it from here. So what I will first click here for the generate, and it will download the project, and we will first try to extract the project. Okay, what I will do, I will first head over to the IntelliJ IDEA and open the IntelliJ IDEA, and what I will do, go to open the project. Like I go to the download, and where I then news app, and this is our project. And what I will do, I will select the pom.xml and open it, and open as a project and trust project and this window. So मैंने प्रोजेक्ट को अपने IntelliJ IDEA में खोल दिया, and we are going to use the IntelliJ IDEA community version. So what I will do, I will first add the other dependency like so what I will do, I will first add the other dependency like Cloudinary. So I am going to use the Cloudinary for the storing of the images or videos. So I will select the 1.3.2, and I will copy it and move to the pom.xml. And what I will do next, I will paste it here, and I will click to the sync Maven changes that download all the dependencies for my projects. And I think I forgot one dependency also. Like we are going to use the like I will first got it. So what we are going, I forgot one dependency. Like I'm going to use the annotation of the Lombok. So I will first use the Lombok. I will search first Lombok, and this is our Lombok. So what I will do, I will use the Lombok annotation. Okay. So here I will paste the dependency of the Lombok. Like so I will further sync Maven changes and click. I will click the sync Maven changes, and it will download all the resources for my project. Okay, I think these dependency are enough. And for the security, like a Spring Security, later I will add it when we move toward the configuration of the Spring Security. So let's understand the folder structure. Like we are going to code in the source folder, where we have a main folder and we have a test folder. Like for the coding part, we are going to code in the, and this is our main application where we can run the project. If I run, it will give the error because we have to first configuration of the database and the other things. So I'm not going to run it. Like this is our main like this is our main folder where we have to run the project. Okay, and like if we want to create any project, then we have to use the com.news.app and create all the project here, and what packages we have to create, we are going to create in the com.news.app. Okay, like this is our coding folder, and this is our test folder. Like if we want to write any test cases, then we have to write, like अगर हम लोग test cases, like if we want to write any test cases, then we have to first open the test folder, and then we head over to the com.news.app folder, and then we can write any test cases by making a .java folder, or by making a folder, and then by making any, like whatever you want. If you want to write any test cases, then this is our test folder. Okay, if we want to write any test cases, then we can use this test folder, and this is our most important form.xml, and this is if we want to add any dependency for the project, then we have to add it. Okay, and this is the resources where a static part we can put it, and this is a static folder. Like we are not going to use any like time leaf and other, so this is our static folder, and this is the application.properties where we write the properties. Like if we want to configure the database, then we have to write the properties for the database and other properties also. I will show you how you can configure the database and other properties, put it, so you can make your project loose coupling. Okay, and this is our form.xml where we put the dependency for the project. Like if you want to use any dependencies for the project, then you have to put the dependency, and it will extract all the resources for the project, and when we hit the sync maven changes, it will extract all the dependency for the project, like we are going to use to build the project. So like when we hit the sync maven changes, it will extract all the dependency or resources for the project that we are going to use to build the project. Okay, so let's understand what dependency we added. Like JPA, if you are familiar with the Spring Boot, then you know what is JPA. Like let's talk about the JPA, and if you are aware of the Spring Boot, or you know the basic of the Spring Boot, then you know what is JPA. JPA is a Java persistence API that help us to generate the SQL queries. Okay, like हम लोगों को बहुत सारे queries, like it makes easy to connect with the database and whatever. Like JPA help us a lot of things. ये हम लोगों को बहुत सारे SQL queries लिखने के लिए नहीं देता है. Like if you want to put the data in the database, all the things handled by JPA. And if you want to create a table, whatever you want, okay, JPA help us. And this is a web dependency. Like it will help us to create a web. Like if you are aware of the, like this is a starter web dependency, and it is a basic that help us to create a web. Okay, and this is a WebSocket because we are going to use the notification part for the project. Like WebSocket help us to send the real-time notification, and I will show you how we can send a real-time notification. Okay, and this is our Cloudinary, because most of the people want to use the S3 bucket, then he can definitely go for it. But in this project I am going to use the Cloudinary because I tell you that Cloudinary is free, and I tell you that Cloudinary is best for our project because we are going to use the high quality images and lots of video and lots of images for the project. So I'm going to use the Cloudinary. And if you are okay with the S3 bucket, and if you are okay with the S3 bucket, and if you are okay with the S3 bucket, then definitely you can use it and configure it. And if you are okay with the S3 bucket, then definitely you can use it, because And if you are okay with the S3 bucket, then definitely you can use it. For this project, I am going to use the Cloudinary. Configuration का प्रोसेस दोनों में सेम होने वाला है for the S3 bucket and for the Cloudinary. And here I am going to use the Lombok because Lombok, annotation are the most powerful tools in the Spring Boot. And Lombok के साथ it become easy to code and Lombok बहुत सारे annotation use करने के लिए देता है that makes your code become easy and like it provides us a getter, setter and all the annotations. Lombok dependency हमें बहुत सारे annotation use करने के लिए देता है. Like it make our code easy and like if you want to generate a getter setter, so you don't have to write a lot of code. It gives annotation for it and we can use it and the code become easy and compact. Okay, so this is a dev tools. Like अगर हम लोग कुछ चेंज करते हैं then we have to restart again and again. Like dev tools, so dev tools save the real time changes. Like if we change anything in the project, it will so we don't have to restart the project again and again. Okay, dev tool dependency बहुत यूजफुल है हमारे प्रोजेक्ट के लिए बिकॉज अगर हम लोग कोई भी चेंज करते हैं so we don't need to restart our project again and again. So this is our PostgreSQL because I'm going to use the PostgreSQL database, so I use this dependency. And if you want to go with the MySQL or like MongoDB, you can definitely use it because for the project I'm going to use the PostgreSQL. And this is our test dependency and whatever, like this dependency help for the testing. And like if you write any test cases, this help us to test our project. Okay, and this is a plugin where we add the plugin. I think you got all the points, like why we use this dependency and what is the need of the dependency. So in the next video we will first configure our database and then WebSocket and then Cloudinary. Okay, so thanks for watching guys. Like in the next video हम लोग हर एक चीज का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन देखने वाले हैं.